We are live. Guys, we're going to be talking about a simple recipe today, all right? I have a dressing I'm going to make for you. It's going to be incredibly simple, just beyond simple, and it's going to be beyond delicious, all right? But as you're coming into the show, I would like you to let me know in the comment box, what type of diabetes are you living with and where are you coming from? All right, so I'm living with type 1 diabetes and I'm coming to you from Austin, Texas. All right. And I want to know about you guys. So let me know in the chat box. All right. We're going to have fun today. It's going to be super simple. Everything we do here is about simplicity and it's about long-term success. Okay. If I come on the show and I start making you all these complex recipes, you're not going to stick with it for the long term. People who succeed on a low-fat, plant-based whole food diet over the long term have a plan for simple meals, okay? So I'm seeing a lot of type 1s on Instagram. I see type 2. I see type 1 Seattle, type 2. This is fantastic, all right? We have Bonnie from Middlefield, Ohio, type 2. Welcome. We have Ashley, type 2 from Connecticut. Welcome. Glad to have you with us. So we're going to have fun. Now, this recipe is going to be high in fruit, okay? We help you eat more fruit here at Mastering Diabetes in order to maximize your insulin sensitivity, okay? So I want to know in the chat box, write the letter H if fruit makes your blood glucose go high. If right now you are currently limiting your fruit consumption because fruit makes your blood glucose go high. So you either limit it or you avoid it. You're just not eating very much fruit, all right? Put H in the chat box if that's true for you. I'm very curious. We're going to talk about this. In the meantime, I'm going to get some ingredients for the salad, all right? So we're going to put spinach in this salad, all right? So we're going to get the spinach out here. Let's see, what else do I got? We're going to put a little bit of lettuce in this salad. How about that? Okay, here we go. Bit of lettuce. I think I'm going to throw some scallions in this salad. Do I have some? Yeah, I do. Throw some scallions. Anybody write H in the chat box? Or maybe everybody here is just, I see some H's. Yep, there's some H's. All right. Okay, well, good. Okay, so I also want you guys to know that this is a very simple recipe. It's so simple, you can write it down. I'm going to be making it on the fly. But if you want a guide, which is a jump start for reversing insulin resistance, okay? If you want a guide, you have to make a comment on Facebook. Just write the word guide. We'll take care of you. If you're on Instagram, you have to send us a DM. If you want a guide that teaches you the science of reversing insulin resistance and provides you with a bunch more recipes, you have to DM us and we'll send you the guide. It's called Quick Jumpstart Guide. The title is Discover How to Reverse Insulin Resistance Using Your Food as Medicine. We can show you how to lose weight, gain energy, lower your blood sugar, and get your best A1C quickly using groundbreaking science. So if you want that guide, you want more recipes, just send us a DM on Instagram, comment on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, you have to come and send us a DM somewhere. You can email us, you can DM us. We can't reply to your comments on YouTube, all right? Okay. So I actually took insulin before this, and I'm going to show you. This is actually what our final product is going to look like. Okay, so it's hard to see. Let me try and bring this down. But that's the dressing on top. This is some greens right here, and I'm going to make another one of these for us on the show. And but I'm going to actually eat this. While we're doing this. It's kind of like a mukbang, you know? It's like the people that eat on the screen. That's what we're going to do today because that's just the current situation. Okay. I'm telling you, that dressing is so good. It is perfect. Absolutely perfect. I got the ratios dialed in, so make note when I start making the dressing. But for now, we're going to put together the salad first. All right. So to keep this simple, to keep things moving along, I use a food scale here. I'm living with type 1 diabetes. I like to know with precision how many grams of carbohydrate I'm consuming. So, and then I put my food into an app called Chronometer. All right. So this app is amazing. All right. I apologize for any background noise you might be hearing, but the key thing about the scale is I have a scale that is able to weigh heavy things because I put lots of food on it. Okay. All right. So we're gonna take the spinach and we're just gonna throw it in. So here's my bag of spinach. This won't last that long. Eat a lot of greens. Okay. So I'm just gonna throw it in here. Really. There we go. That's gonna be 80 grams of spinach. Super simple. So I'm going to go to this app, all right, and let's put it in here. It's going to be, I'll put it on as a lunch meal, okay? It's called Chronometer. It's the easiest app in the world. It's so helpful. And even if you're not living with insulin-dependent diabetes, this app is such an asset for helping you learn how much fat you're consuming, okay? So the primary cause of insulin resistance is the consumption of excess dietary fat. Okay, too much dietary fat stored in muscle and liver cells. That's the problem. Okay, so if you're one of those people who you're experiencing any high readings when you're consuming fruit, that's a warning sign that you have some level of insulin resistance. Or if you're living with type 1, it's a warning sign of insulin resistance or poor insulin timing. So this app is going to be very helpful in helping us understand what is causing our blood glucose spikes, okay? So I'm gonna put in the spinach number. All right, we got that in. And then this lettuce, I'm not even worried about cleaning it today. It comes from a local farm, organic, so no stress. So we're just like eating it straight out of the field. That's the kind of vibe I'm going for right now. That's what I'm feeling. So I'm just gonna lower the screen here a little bit, and I'm just gonna cut this. Boom, just like that. Don't need to overcomplicate this process. Just put it together. I'm going to hit tear on the scale, get it to 0, and throw this in. Again, if you guys want the guide, the Jumpstart guide for reversing insulin resistance, losing weight effortlessly, eating more food. Look how big this salad is. Guys, I'm going to eat this entire salad. You guys, I should get going if I'm going to get it done on this show. But actually, I'm probably not going to get it. I eat slowly, right? I take 30 minutes to an hour to eat this salad. I'm telling you, this dressing is unreal. You guys have to try this dressing. It's so simple. It's so good. Okay. Lettuce is 52. This app is so simple. Just hit the plus sign, add food, type in lettuce. Okay. And I'm going to type in 52. Boom. Okay. Got it. In there. Now, I can also see on my watch, my blood glucose is 107. So this is a Garmin, and you can, it's hard to show you guys. I don't know. You can kind of see it there, 107. Right there. I used to wear an Apple Watch. I now wear a Garmin because it's much better for training. Okay, so I'm very proud to wear my Ironman shirt today. I just completed my first half Ironman on Sunday, all in preparation for the full Ironman on May 21st in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So I just want to tell you guys that Dexcom works very well with these devices. So I want to know how many of you are using a CGM. Write CGM in the chat box if you are using a continuous glucose monitor of some sort. You got a Dexcom, you got a Freestyle Libre, you got an Eversense, using something else. Let me know who's wearing a CGM out there. I'm very curious. All right, so we got our spinach, we got our lettuce, and anybody who doesn't know what a CGM is, it's a continuous glucose monitor. Gives you a new reading every 5 minutes. Tells you what your blood glucose is, and it's the most accurate way to assess your blood glucose control. Okay, nothing is going to be more detailed and accurate than a CGM. It's going to tell you the full story. You can't really hide from your CGM. All All right. And people find it to be very helpful, very insightful, which foods are causing their blood glucose levels to change. All right. We got a Libre 2. We got a CGM. We got a Dexcom 6. Love it. Somebody says, would this work with type 2? The answer is yes, Ashley. You got to get the guide. The guide will explain to you the cause of type 2 diabetes. Okay. It's a quick start guide. If you want the guide, just write in the comment box guide. If you're on Instagram, just send us a DM and we'll get you the guide, right? You have to send us a DM on Instagram. We won't see the comments. As lives are going to disappear once I'm done. But this guide has a bunch of recipes and it has a quick and easy to understand summary of what you got to do to reverse type 2 diabetes, to reverse prediabetes, and to get excellent blood glucose control with type 1 and type 2 and type 1.5. Okay. We got the greens in the bowl. Okay. Beautiful greens. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at the vibrancy. These are fresh greens from a local farm. If you live in Austin, Texas, it's called Boggy Creek. It's incredible. It's in a neighborhood. There's a bunch of houses around it. To see what they're growing in a local environment is it's absolutely spectacular. And the more we start eating healthy, we start demanding this stuff, the more those businesses are going to thrive. Okay. We got to support those businesses. So just so you guys know, the salad I'm eating right now has, I think it's 160 grams of carbohydrate, and I injected 3 units of insulin. So all my type 1s on here, especially on Instagram, if you had a meal with 160 grams of carbohydrate, how many units of insulin would you inject? If you had a meal with 160 grams of carbohydrate, this is papaya, blueberries, this epic mango ginger dressing that's coming soon, spinach, and lettuce. In this one, I added the green onions. There's actually no green onions in what I'm eating here. All right. Oh, no. How much insulin would you inject? I'm a type 1s, okay? And then for the non-type 1s, if you had a meal of 160 grams of carbohydrate, if you're not using insulin, are you scared that this meal would spike you, or are you excited? So Mia says 23 units. Amy says 16 units. That's on Instagram. Anybody else want to share? This is my point, okay? This is the most important. This is why you guys, I want you to download the guide. This is why we do what we do, because, and why I'm so passionate about this topic. I experience this every single, okay, Lucy says 8 units. That's a much better insulin sensitivity. Good work, Lucy. Good work. Okay. We have a 3 to 5 units. I like that. Solid insulin sensitivity. Very good. This is what we want. Insulin sensitivity is the key for everybody here who wants to get a better A1C, who wants to have better blood glucose control. If you want to lose weight, I would actually like you to write T in the chat box. If any of this is true for you, just write the letter T. You would like to lose weight. You'd like to gain some more energy. You want a better A1C. You want a lower fasting blood glucose. You want more predictable blood glucose control. You wish your blood glucose was more predictable, okay? You want to lower your cholesterol. You'd like to lower your triglycerides. You'd like to lower your blood pressure. You know, more people have high blood pressure than have type 2 diabetes. And you know that blood pressure is resolved in many cases in a matter of days to weeks. I'm seeing a lot of T's, okay? Everybody who's writing T should also be writing guide on Facebook or DMing us to get the guide, because the guide is going to show you how to solve these problems by maximizing your insulin sensitivity. That's what we do at Mastering Diabetes, okay? And so I don't have a copy of the book in front of me. I should have the book with me, but I don't. But the subtitle of the book is The Revolutionary Method to Reverse Insulin Resistance Permanently in Type 1, Type 1.5, Type 2, prediabetes, and gestational diabetes. Okay? That's what we do here. And when you read the testimonials and you see what people are doing, we have Sandra says, my cholesterol went down 100 points on this plan. It's now normal. Fantastic. Excellent. Good, good, good. I love it when you guys share your success here. I like to call it the brag box. So instead of the chat box, it's the brag box. Go ahead and, tell us what's happening for you. I'd love to hear that. But that's the message I want you all to hear. This recipe I'm sharing with you is about helping you reverse insulin resistance, okay? So we have our greens. What we need now is we need some papaya. We need some papaya for this salad. So luckily, I already have some cut up. That's fantastic. What a blessing. What a blessing. Here we go. Look at the color of this papaya. Look at the color, guys. That is beautiful. That is a bright orange, delicious papaya. And that's because it was selected properly at the grocery store. And we'll have to do a show on just that at some point. But you want to pick your papayas with color. You want them to have color. You do not want to buy a super, super green papaya. That's not going to go so well. All right? Not going to go so well. All right. But we'll keep munching on this salad a little bit. It's so good. I'm telling you. The quality of these greens. Quality greens will change your life. Quality greens will change your life. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Like this spinach, it's like salty and earthy. Fantastic. Okay, so let me see how much papaya we should put in here. Let's go with 1,000 grams. We're gonna put 1,000 grams of papaya in here. Let me make sure you guys can see it. Okay. All right, all this other stuff. All right, so just gonna go like this, like this. I guess I should be cutting it the other way, but that's fine. And you can cut the pieces as big or small as you want, no problem. And just start dumping it in here. You could place it one at a time and try and make it look like super pretty, but I don't need to do that right now. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Papaya. Some people either love it or you hate it. But I think a lot of people who don't like papaya haven't had a good one, right? You haven't had one that is this orange and perfectly ripe and juicy. You got to know. And so buying papaya at like a Mexican market, that's a good place to buy papaya. You can get good papaya at Asian markets. Basically, ethnic markets are your best bets when it comes to papaya. All right. I don't know if we might not have 1,000 grams here, so that's okay. Don't worry about it. No stress. But and this salad will be fine tomorrow. So I'm gonna end up eating this salad tomorrow because I already have all my food ready for the day already, and I already have my version I'm eating right now. So it got to 782, so it's no problem. We're just gonna go into chronometer here, and we're gonna adjust it. So not adjust, we're gonna add. Okay, so we're gonna click lunch. Here we go. Add food. I use papaya all the time, so it's already on the home screen. It saves the foods you use all the time. Number is 782. Add. Boom. Okay. So we got that in chronometer. Incredible app. We love this. Okay. Now we're gonna throw in some blueberries. All right. These are blueberries right there. I love blueberries. So good. And let's see what we got. Let's just put some in here. And that's going to be 180 grams. So this one's going to be a little bit less total carbohydrate, but that's fine. I'll add some dates or something when I eat it tomorrow. Blueberries. Let's see. It's so easy to find foods in here, right? Blueberries, 180. Done. Okay, and this app is going to help us understand how much fat we're consuming. Okay, most people are eating too much fat and you don't know it. That's the biggest problem out there. All right, so we got the green onion. We got that in there. Did I measure that? It's okay. It's so small. It's kind of insignificant when it comes to calorie content. So we'll just say it was 10 grams. Go in here. We're going to type in scallions. Okay. Scallions or spring onions, tops and bulbs. Let's put that one. 10 grams. Boom. We got it in the app. Okay. Now we're going to make the dressing. This is the simple salad, guys. Simple salad. You know, this is what it's going to look like when the dressing is mixed in. Absolutely delicious. So we're going to put this aside and we're going to make the dressing. So here's our little container. All right. Just going to put it on the scale. And we're going to do 1 cup of mango. I've already cut up the mango. Look at the color of that mango. That is ripe, delicious, beautiful mango. Beautiful, beautiful food for reversing insulin resistance. If you want the guide with more recipes, you got to DM us or just write guide in the comments on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, you can just comment. So let's get a spoon for this. Here we go. All right. 1 cup. So just so you know, at Mastering Diabetes, when we provide recipes, we provide you with objective quantities. So I'm not going to just say 1 mango, right? Because mangoes are different sizes. There's different varieties of mangoes. We understand you all living with diabetes. I'm living with type 1. My co-founder Cyrus is living with type 1. Many of our coaches are living with type 1. Some of our coaches have reverse type 2. So we understand. And so your ability to replicate this recipe, make it consistently, and count the carbohydrates is very simple. Okay, it's 1 cup of cut mango. And what's fun about this is if you really want to dial it in, you can see, so you go to Chronometer, I'm going to type in mango, okay? And they're going to tell me the exact grams of 1 cup. So 1 cup sliced is 165 grams. You're not going to be able to see that, but I'm going to do exactly 165 grams in my cup, all right? So here's the cut up mango. Let's see if I can get this going here. All right, here we go. So we're just going to take the mango, put it in. And it obviously this mango doesn't need to be pretty, right? Because we're blending it. So there's a lot of like the parts of the mango that are sort of scraped off the skin because I don't like wasting any mango. That's a big part of this, okay? So we're gonna do that, and boom. Well, actually, I hope I messed up. So here's the cup, right? Now let's get to exactly 165. It might be too much. Let's see. 166. I'm happy. Okay, there was a little bit left. I'm just gonna put it back in here. 165. Okay, tear. Now we're gonna do a 4th cup of bell pepper. Right, this is a red bell pepper. We're gonna do a 4th cup of this. Here we go. Super simple. Just cut it in. Again, you know, we're blending, guys. It doesn't matter if it's pretty or not. So it's just chopped bell pepper. Put it in here. Add some nice flavor, some nice texture to this. Boom, we got a cup. We got red bell pepper in our red cup. All right, boom, got it. Okay, so let's see. Let's enter that into Chronometer. This is 165. Oh, sorry, hold on. I want to get the number right for the dressing. So we're going to edit this, and we are going to make it 165 grams. But remember, there's a difference between a cup and a cup diced, right? So you got to pay attention to that. 1 cup sliced, 1. Save. All right, then we are adding in the bell peppers, okay? And that ends up being, let's see how they do this. A cup sliced, yeah, that's about right. So I'll put in 0.25. Okay, so that ends up being only 1.4 grams of carbohydrate. Pretty simple. All right, so our dressing is up to 26 grams of carbohydrate right now. All good. Now, next ingredient, ginger. Okay, I only need a little bit. And it's such a small amount. You could peel the ginger, and that might be a little bit of a better experience. But I'm happy with just a small little piece here. Just go like that. And you could adjust this, right? You could have more. No worries, you can do more ginger, but this is all we need. All we need for me. Okay, a little bit of ginger. Then the magic. The lime is essential here. The lime is essential for this dressing. So we're gonna get our little squeezer here. All right, and we're going to go like this. Boom, and we're gonna squeeze it in, just like that. 1/2 of a lime. All right, make sure to get all the juice. Very, very important for this flavor of this dressing. All right, so here we go. Let's blend this up. This is a little simple blender. You could use like a, what do they call it? The NutriBullet. This is kind of like a NutriBullet. I love these things. These are great for dressings. Okay, I'm just gonna put it over here and get this thing going. Smooth. Okay, we're done. We got the dressing. Now check this out. Okay, check this out. We're just going to pour it on top, just like this. Okay, boom. There it is. That's our salad. We did it. It's that simple. This is called Simple Meals. Should call it Simple and Outrageously Delicious. Should be the new title. I want to know, are there any questions that you guys have about reversing insulin resistance? We're going to go for a few more minutes. It's like a half an hour show, so we're going to head out pretty soon here. But is there anything, can you use ground ginger instead of fresh ginger? Sure, you could experiment with that. Go ahead, right? This is our final product right there. Somebody asked me why I moved to Texas. It was, we'll call it a career move. I'm happy to be here, and it's a beautiful place. And there is green light food everywhere I go. I always find green light food, and so can you. So we live in a very amazing modern environment. What kind of scale do you have? This scale is called the Ultra Ship My Way. It's designed for packages and like mailing letters and stuff. I bought it on Amazon, and it weighs up to 55 pounds. So when I put like these big heavy bowls on it, or if I want to measure a watermelon or something, you could even measure the weight of your suitcase on this thing if you wanted to. So let's see. Somebody says I'm almost too sensitive. I'm having trouble going too low. Okay, let me show you something. This is the most important tool. Okay, it's called the decision tree. This tool, if you want the decision tree, okay, write decision tree, or right, I want the decision tree. Send me a decision tree in the chat box. We'll send you a place where you can download this and learn all about it. If you're on Instagram, just DM us. Hey, I want the free decision tree. This is one of the 4 components of the Mastering Diabetes method. Our entire method has 4 components. Number 1, low-fat, plant-based whole food nutrition. Number 2, intermittent fasting, for those who want to use that. Number 3, consistent movement. And number 4, decision trees. This helps you prevent the lows that will happen. So somebody just said, send me decision tree. You can't make a comment on Instagram. You have to send us a DM. The comments are going to disappear when I end the show. Same thing on YouTube. You have to email us. You have to DM us on Instagram, DM us on Facebook. The only place you can make a comment and we can get it to you is Facebook. Okay? This tool will change your life. This tool helps you. It empowers you to understand how to reduce your medications in an objective, systematic manner. Helps you communicate with your medical team how to reduce your medications, because that's exactly what's going to happen as you become more insulin sensitive. Okay? So, and basically all it's doing is you're documenting your decisions. And just so you know, chronometer and the decision tree are one and the same, right? To fill this out, you have to use chronometer. Somebody's asking me how much protein's in the salad. Well, the dressing has about 2 grams of protein, and the salad has about 8 grams of protein. So it's like a 10 grams of protein salad, okay? There's protein in all whole foods. There's protein in all whole foods, okay? So again, I cannot tell you enough. Like as a person living with type 1 diabetes, especially with all this Ironman training, my insulin sensitivity is changing a lot. I'm using decision trees to make those adjustments. And it's so profound, it's so helpful that it helps you on a meal by meal basis. Once you understand what was either correct or incorrect about the ratio prior, you now have a better decision, a more objective decision to be able to be made for the next insulin injection. Okay? So we have decision trees for insulin dependent and non-insulin dependent. And when we send you the guide about, this is a separate guide, we can give you 2 guides, but when we send you that, you will be taught how to fill out both of them and why it's important for both type 1 and type 2, okay, to be using a decision tree. Like it's essential. It's a huge component. All right. Okay. So somebody says, if papaya wasn't available, what would you replace it with? Boy, there's a wide range of options. In this salad, I would consider citrus. Let me, yeah, okay, let me, I don't have book in front of me. Okay. Well, if I had a book in front of me, I would go start reading through the green light list. But yeah, citrus would be a great option. If peaches were in season, peaches would be a great option. Nectarines would be awesome. I would not put watermelon. Somebody wrote watermelon as a comment. That would not be good food combining. Let's see, what else? You could put dragon fruit as a replacement. Okay, somebody's asking the name of the app. The app is called Chronometer. CRONO meter, Chronometer. And somebody says, any tips for PCOS? Yes, Google Mastering Diabetes PCOS, and you'll find, or just DM us. Send us a DM like, hey, I want to learn about PCOS. We'll send you the ultimate guide to PCOS because there's things you can do and you can really take back control of your life. So definitely we got you on that. Now, this has been fun, guys. I'd love to stay all day. I got to run to some other meetings. But this show happens every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern. And I had a lot of fun. Again, if you want some of these guides, some of this information we were talking about today, just send us a DM. That's the best thing to do. Somebody says, is the app in the App Store? Yes, Chronometer is in all app stores, Google Play, Apple. It's a very, very amazing piece of software. You can also use it on your desktop. Okay, I'll be here answering questions all day if I don't head out. So I appreciate you guys. Let's do this together. Send us your success stories. We love hearing that. Life Nutrition, putting it in the calendar now. I love that. That's right. Put it in your calendar, guys. Every Wednesday, 1 p.m. Eastern. Okay. We do a live. Okay. Simple meals. You guys are amazing. We'll catch you next week.